playing players, and there are lots of them out there. You think of, and all of Leicester's ball playing players, and there are lots of them out there.
All right, Charles.
And we were fucking rocking when that went in. The London exploded. Well, our little area of about 8 people.
Yeah.
What a goal. What a goal. So, hello, everyone from Texas. Welcome to the latest episode of Foxes on the Box. We're a couple of Dallas Foxes. And to my left here, to the left, is the famous Craig from his what was it on the what was it? The Premier League fan zone appearance. He follows in my footsteps. I give him some tips because mine wasn't. He was a lot better than I was. I had a delay. That's my excuse anyway.
That's right.
Anyway, so we're back. We're back for another episode of the Joyous Foxes on the Box, and numbers are going up, and people are liking us, I guess, and we're getting our name out there. That's a good thing.
Are we getting our name out there? Because I don't know about that.
I don't.
I get a couple of likes on X and you know what's those other Instagram and.
Well, you said it takes a couple of years, doesn't
it?
Yeah.
We could be doing this for another 10 years before we get 1,000 followers. You never know.
Well, the idea of this was because I was retiring and moving away from the area, sort of thing, to stay in contact with everybody else. So that's the but yeah, Craig's doing all the work. It's very good, very good, very professional.
Yeah, and you haven't moved yet. That's the problem. I'm still waiting for you to move.
I know. Yeah, well, somebody else come in to look at the house. We just dropped again. Yeah, so I gotta start thinking about dumping it just to get rid of it because I don't know how long I've got left at work because I should have retired 6 weeks ago, and they're still keeping me on. We still want you here, but I probably got to the end of the year, and then they're going to say, "Hold on, mate, you're earning all this money and doing absolutely no work at all," which I'm not.
Well, that's okay. I mean, there's a lot of people who are getting paid to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So I think I know some guy named Steve Cooper who's getting paid a lot to do a whole lot. So
I don't know which is better, to actually be absolutely slammed and just stressing all the time, or sitting at work for 8 hours, just watching the. What was I watching today? I should have watched the Celtic debacle with Schmeichel letting in 7 goals.
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, I hate Celtic anyway because I'm a Protestant. No. So yeah.
All right. Right here.
Arsenal review. Okay. Yeah. Arsenal review. Yep. That's the itinerary. Okay. You haven't got the team that played Arsenal already, have you?
What are you talking about? Who do you think I am? Come on.
There it is. So yeah. Okay. As we all know, Arsenal 4, Foxes 2. Sort of good game up until
94th minute
error again. Obviously the VAR foul on Vardy going against us. What the fuck? Are we supposed to have VAR or not? That was a blatant foul, and even to us, and we said that's a foul, they're going to call it back. They didn't. No review, nothing.
Well, they can't review a foul, so it would have to be considered a straight red because he was the only defender between him and the goal, preventing a scoring opportunity.
Is that the rule now? You can't. So you can basically
you can't
butcher somebody and they score 10 seconds later.
Yep. No, not a foul. So if they came back and said it was a red, VAR can get involved. Otherwise, no VAR.
Jesus Christ, this is even worse than I thought it was. Anyway, 7 minutes extra time. God knows where that came from, and they scored in the last 2 minutes twice, so that's another thing I'm pissed off about. Timing of our subs, and Winks playing the full 90 minutes again. There we go. I'm off to a good start here. I'm already depressed. So line up. Hail the mighty Mads. Oh my God, what a man of the match. Yeah, he's been our man of the season so far. He saved us in all the games. So again, with the starting 11 was okay. I just don't. I'm not a fan of Winks. I'm sorry. Not for the full 90 minutes. He played Skip and Winks together. Good. Okay. Still no Fadawu. Did play Buonanotte. It wasn't too bad. We started off, and then 2-0 down at halftime. Unfortunately, that 45 minutes, I thought, here we go. It's going to be my 4-1 prediction. But then, coming up second half, coming out for the second half, goal straight away, and the JJ Thunderblaster, So it was good. But again, I mean, I'm looking at these timing these subs. We're 2-2 going into 90 minutes, going into apparently 7 minutes of extra time. And I understand you got to, the subs should have been made early in my view. Everybody was tired. They were running around. They were ragged. They'd given their everything, and he took off Buonanotte to put on Ayew on 85 minutes.
Yeah,
can't defend. So and then we go into 90, and he takes off Oliver Skipp and Mavididi, our best. Oliver Skipp is probably our best defensive midfielder. Why he didn't take Winks off, I don't know. Puts on Elkanous and DCR. And then they score twice really quickly because we're not organized. We the whole nuance of the team had fallen apart because you're gelling, holding out for sheer life. It's sort of like come on, throw the kitchen sink at us, and then you switch out at that time. Fell apart, and then they scored in the and then it puts Edouard on 98 minutes.
Yeah, in 7 minutes of stoppage time, he puts in Edouard and I forgot who the other
takes off Ndidi and puts on Edouard for the last minute when we're 4-2 down. Absolutely, I'm sorry.
There's no time. Why even?
I'm already Cooper out. I mean, it's like it's ridiculous. I don't. Is he drunk? Is he like? What is he doing? I don't know. I just don't know his thinking about these things.
So while we were there, while we were there watching the match, I'm on my phone doing the live, watching the live stream with the blue tinted glasses, locks from the blue tinted glasses. And I'm, everything he's saying, right? Okay, yeah, they're getting tired. We need to sub them. Why are we doing this? Why, and everybody else is joining in too. Yeah. So it was very interesting because the two comments was, why did you wait that long to make your last two subs? And why would you even bring Edouard in the 7th minute of stoppage time where there's only 7? There was no point to that at all.
No.
So
should have been done way early. Yeah. Should have been done way early. Again, we blew it. I mean, we knew it was coming. 2-2, they were all over us, but we thought we can hang on there for a point. We deserve this. We're in it again.
So
they weren't. They were good, but they're obviously much better than us. But we were holding our own. I thought, hey, this is gonna be the turning of tide. And then he makes those weird substitutions in all the gel. Okay, well they were knackered. That's my favorite word. Knackered. They were knackered, and but they should have done it before. He should have done it like 80. And put them all on. Put 5 on. Just if it depends, But his idea of who's tired and when they're tired, I think, is totally different to what everybody looks at. I mean, I'm looking at other people. Vardy was still on the pitch. Yeah. Poor guy. Don't keep him on the pitch. I don't know.
So I don't know if he's looking at, because those guys wear those things that track their stats and everything, that track their how much they run and all that. And if he's looking at that stuff and going, Vardy's as fast now as he was in the first minute. Yeah,
I don't think that's not live. I don't think. I doubt that's live.
Yeah, it's tracking their distance and everything.
Yeah, but is it live to them? I mean, it's stupid. If you're looking at that, that's stupid. People can run around.
That's what I'm saying.
People
are
look at the fucking game. That's what your job is. Look at the fucking game.
So 2 things to talk about. Number one, we don't have a true number 10, right? So we don't have anybody. We don't.
Buonanotte can do that,
but he's not playing in that position. Is what my point right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
My point is if he's a true number 10, let's put him there, and let's figure out something else. And I'm with you, by the way. If we're going to do something like that where we play him in our 10, that means we got to do something in Ndidi. I'd rather Winks come out and leave Ndidi and Skip in as opposed to pulling Ndidi out, right? Or Skip,
Yeah.
But
I mean, Mavididi plays 10, but he's more of our winger, really. He's got 10 on his back, but I don't think he's a proper 10. And we want this Fatawu Mavididi thing to sometime come into fruition.
Right.
And hopefully against Bournemouth, because we'll win. If we got flat out, I'm so pissed off with Steve Cooper at the moment. I don't know. I got to get over this thing. 6 games in, and you know, I said last week, I think we were fortunate to have 3, but we're unfortunate to have 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
You know, both things. You know, we should have more points, but then, you know, if it wasn't for Mads, we'd have bloody nothing. You know.
Yeah, he's definitely making us. He's keeping us in the matches. Even 4-2, we were still in the match up until the 94th minute or whatever.
Yeah.
Second question is you know, I know Justin scored 2 goals. I get it. Why aren't we playing Ricardo?
Well, obviously something's gone on there, that words have been said or verbal. So I guess
it's something. You basically pull out a guy who was one of our best players in the championship, who has tons of Premier League experience.
Yeah.
And he can't sniff the grounds. I mean, you know, again, I say I understand Justin scored 2 goals. Probably the only 2 goals he's going to score all season. Okay.
Yeah, but I think he likes Christensen as well, and I like Christensen because so what do you do with that? So you like JJ, so you got to switch. Take Christian. I don't know. You want a straight swap? You want a straight shot, Ricky P for JJ?
Yeah, that's and.
I mean, I take Christensen out, but then you got to move JJ to the left, and then upset the balance. Maybe
I don't know
if they're training like this every week. Like Christensen, you're my left back. Christensen, you're my left back. JJ, you're my right back. Ricky's, you know, there as well to give you shit, you know, and try and push you out.
To give you water.
Water. Well, to you, but you know, so I mean, I like JJ. I do like Ricky P as well, but I just don't know where he can fit in. It move Ricky P more forward, but then you're loaded in the midfield. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not so worried about the back, about Ricky P being left out. I'm more concerned about Fatu being left out. To be totally honest, I mean, I love Ricky P. I really do. It's just unfortunate. I mean, just like last year when we had Vestergaard in there playing, and I was like, what the hell is this? And he's keeping all the rest of them out there, keeping Suter out and all those, not getting a sniff. Okay, so obviously he's got his favourite in JJ and Christensen, but Fatu, you know, we signed him for a reason, and he's not getting much at all. And you know, from what we did, I know, you know, we can't say we can't play the same as we did last year because it's a completely different game in the Premier League. But you know, we got to go at these guys, you know. And when we do, you know, in your podcast on the Fan Zone, you know, he said, you know, once you've got to have a go, you were 2-2. Yeah, right. I mean, it wasn't fluke. I mean, we got a quick goal, and then that's that. I mean, that's what we do. We got, you know.
Oh, that's and, it goes back.
And again, unfortunate because. Yeah, I know.
It's so bad.
Yeah. So you know, and the crowd were there in full force. You saw him in the corner there, egging everybody on. They were doing their bit. Mats was doing their bit, and then they fucks up again. You know, I'm not saying, you know, there's substitutions just confuse me. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, so with that said, I mean, we've talked around the subject, we've talked around the lineup and the play, and we're almost 15 minutes in this, and we've touched on it. You've touched on it a couple times, which is how much longer are we sticking with this guy before we really start calling for his head? I mean, the Wolves.
Who's we? Who's we?
We is really the fans, right? And they're already calling for his head, but in reality,
it's already a deal. It's the man. It's top and everybody else. So that's the.
I know. I get it.
The royal we.
You know. There's it's people are already saying, hey, he's got to get his act together, and he's got to do it fast. And there's other people calling for him to already be replaced. Here's the question: how much longer does he get? What do you think is his long how much longer do we give him?
Unless they've got somebody in mind. I think they're going to stick with him quite a bit. Unfortunately, if somebody gets laid up, you know, if say a good manager gets fired, he'd probably get fired, and we try and hire the other guy or something. I don't know, but we cannot do what we did last time, where we fired Brendan Rodgers, and in fact we didn't have anybody, you know, and then we got a caretaker, and it was just, we could have saved that season, but again, so I mean, I have nothing against Steve. Well, do I have something against Steve? Yeah, I do. I do, and the fans do. I think the players are a bit pissed off as well. They can't see it. They're giving 110%. I mean, that energy level against Arsenal was fantastic. There's nothing wrong with the energy level, and to claw back for 2-2, And I'm not saying they blame him for that, but he had something to do with that. The substitutions are way off. You know, he did do 2 at a time, so give him credit there instead of 1. Right. But, you know, what is this for the prior games? 1 at a time and 1 substitution during the 90 minutes. I mean, but he did use how many? He used 4, but so, you know, the 4. What was it? How many did he do? Where's my notes here? Yeah, 4. First one at 85. Right. Jordan Ayew. What the fuck is that? What's this love affair with Jordan Ayew?
Veteran leadership. I mean, you know, trying to hold, again, this goes back to what I've said. He's managing not to lose. He stuck Jordan Ayew in to try and preserve the point.
Oh, he did. No, he used 5. He did use 5. He did bring Fatu. Yeah, he brought Fatu and Edouard on 98 minutes. What the fuck is that about? Fatu, I mean, what the fuck?
He brought him on earlier, didn't he?
No, I got it in front of me. Okay. He brought on Jordan Ayew, 85 for Buonanotte. Then he took off Skip and Mavididi for El Canus and DCR. And then 98 minutes, he pulls off a Coley and then Ndidi and puts on Fatu and Edouard.
So he was going for it with no time left in stoppage time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, going back to, this is what I think, right? Couple things we got to think about. Number one, this summer when we were hiring a manager, we weren't a very attractive Premier League team because of the point deduction that was looming over us. That's gone. So now we're a Premier League team, and every Premier League team should look attractive for the most part. So that's one thing I think we got in more favor when we're looking at managers who are unemployed right now if we want to bring someone else in. Number two, we got 2 breaks coming up. We got one coming up after the Bournemouth game, and we got another one coming up after Man United. I think it starts on November 10th, or the 10th of November is the second break. That'll be 11 matches into the Premier League. 11 matches.
Yeah,
we've played Bournemouth, Southampton, Ipswich,
with a lot of the easy ones gone. A lot of the easy ones gone, and you've got December and February, which absolute disaster.
By the way, when we come back from that international break in November, we're going to get hammered probably. So here's the question:
playing like this,
is that when you make the move, or do you just simply ride this crap show out until the end of the season and get relegated?
I don't know. I tell you, if we get relegated, we are in serious problem because we get done by the EFL, the money again. I think Top will go. I think he's had enough of this person. That's sidetracking. For me, I would give him. I mean, obviously, I would think the management feel the frustration of the fans. I hope they do, and I would give him until the international break. As short as that.
That's
because if he's not learning these substitutions, I mean, I understand if he was to try, but the substitution is just baffling. I don't understand, I mean, everybody's got their opinion. Winks, I'm not a Winks fan. Right. I mean, it's a good player. It's okay player. He's a good player. He's a championship player. Maybe a lower end Premier League, maybe, but he can't tackle and just I mean, we've got Oliver Skip, right?
Mm-hmm.
A much better player. Are they identical? They're very similar, but but I don't see, keeping Oliver. He isn't substituted Winks at all. So there's another favorite. Ayew is a favorite. He's getting these favorites, and we got some rumblings from Notts Forest fans about he'll have his favorites. Well, that's what fucking Rodgers had his favorites. And that got us relegated. Fucking Danny Ward, that got us relegated. So I tell you, if we don't beat Bournemouth and Southampton, and then it's the international break, isn't it?
We got 2. There's one after Bournemouth, and then one after week 11, which is after Man United.
I want him out then. I want him out.
Yeah.
It didn't cost anything to hire. We know that, but what I want, I mean, if we get him out, we've got to pay him off. I don't want an unemployed manager.
Yeah, no.
I want somebody who's employed, like Brendan Rodgers. We paid $8-9 million for him to get him out of Celtic, or get him out where he can. Yeah, Celtic. But have we got the money? I don't know. But there's $100 million here again, and he's. I want him out. I'm sorry. He's just confusing me.
Yeah, I think I think November 10th, if we're not in double-digit points, if we hadn't won at least 2 matches and drawn another and get up to 10 points at least, I think he needs to be gone. But they've got to have someone in place. And you know what? I think they're going to have a hard time finding someone who's a current manager to pay and come bring them, because who would you find as a current manager that, say, maybe is having success that would want to leave to come to Leicester?
Well, you go abroad. Right? You go abroad.
Right. Yeah. That's what I mean.
So I'm not saying Alonso at Leverkusen or anything like that. I'm just saying, somebody who has a bit of a track record of working with under constraints and whatever, who we can buy for like 2 million or something.
Yeah, and
get some of that. I don't want an unemployed. I don't want Moyes or anybody like that. They'll probably go for Moyes because he's unemployed.
Well, I mean, they're talking about Graham Potter, which I don't think is going to happen. And
he's never going to come here. He's, and this is what the locks at the blue tinted drive. He's a big thing about the West Brom manager. Why didn't we get him? I'm not too, unless he knows something either. I'm not too sure he wanted the job. He may have come from an interview. Again, we're just guessing. We're just guessing. But why would you leave?
Why wouldn't he? Was it because of the points deduction? Was it because he knew there was going to be almost no chance of staying up? Now,
not necessarily all of it.
Leaving West Brom.
No, but he had a project there. Now they're backing him, and they're top. They lost today, but they're top of the league. Sunderland are now. They're second, and he's building momentum. And he wants on his resume to get promoted. And if he gets promoted with West Brom, which he probably will do, that's good for him.
And what's going to happen? He's going to get a different job. He's going to do just like Enzo.
Well, the Southampton manager didn't go. You don't have to go. You don't have to be you don't have to go. But I'm just thinking. We don't. Steve Cooper's. I don't even know where I rate him, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's like working with a slow learner to come onto our side. It's sad. He's doing things we're asking him to do. Not that he listens to this shit, but he's doing multiple substitutions. He is playing, he started with, Buonanotte and things like that, So, but it's too slow, and he's still doing these weird substitutions. I think Top or somebody needs to sit down after the game going, what is your reasoning of putting 2 players on in 98 minutes? And putting 4 people on in the last 7 minutes. And I know, what are you thinking? So they know. He can explain to them the reason. Why are you playing Winks all the time? Not that you want to interfere, but it's totally nuts to me. I don't understand it.
Isn't that Rudkin's job? Isn't that what he's supposed to be doing?
Either Rudkin or Top. Well, yeah, we're Rudkin, but I don't trust
or both. I mean, it's one of
Top's paying the bills, Now Rudkin, we all think about Rudkin for whatever you want to, but Top needs to be more, and just whether he's watching these games at all. He was there a couple of weeks ago.
He was there,
the tapes, or whether he's that much involved, I don't know anymore. But when you see these substitutions, I mean, I'd like to ask Cooper or somebody, if you coming from the fans, I would just explain. If you explained what you was doing, then we'd understand it. Well, we don't understand, and this is on all the channels. Not to say Steve Cooper knows, but I'm sure he knows a bit of the rugby. He can hear it in the crowd.
Yeah,
they're shouting at, they're turning on him already. Yep. So if he could just explain these decisions, it would go down right. A bit like the VAR, or if they talk to us during the game, like they do in rugby. Right. That's everybody understands. Oh, I understand why the referee's doing that. Or okay, Cooper, that's why you did it. Okay, we still don't agree with it, but I see where you're coming from. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Anyway,
all right.
So he has to go. I don't think he'll keep us up.
Oh no, I don't think so either, and that's
we
why
got no money in January.
Yeah,
got no money in January. Hope we don't get pinched. I hope Mads doesn't go midterm or anybody like that. They come sniffing around, because that'd be I don't think they'll let him go.
I don't think I don't think you'd want to bring. I don't think, unless there's a serious injury, most teams aren't going to be looking for a keeper like Mads in January. They're going to poach him in the summer once we get relegated. Because I promise you, we get relegated, our number one asset will be selling Hermanson.
Yeah.
So
Chelsea will come knocking for Mads in January if they're top 3, top 4.
Chelsea comes knocking on my door all the time. I mean, they're wanting me, hey, come work for us, man. I'm like,
no, but I think that they'll come money with the money, and then we'll have to, I don't know. So I mean, Steve Cooper got the job. But anyway, I want him. I want him gone. I tell you, if we don't beat we don't beat Bournemouth and Southampton, I want him gone.
All right, Bournemouth. This is what Bournemouth put out there this past weekend against Southampton.
Yeah.
When they won 3-1, I believe is what it was, and I threw up some stats in there. But I also, if you look, I threw in the subs. One at the 61st minute, 2 at the 76th, and one more at the 89th, right?
Yep.
So again, easy to understand why those changes were made, right?
Very easy.
So,
very
I don't
easy.
know to tell you who they were. It's just easy to understand them.
No, it's the timing. That's all it is. It's timing. Really. Yeah. So, looking at the others, Ipswich drew with Villa, so that was good. Wolves lost to Liverpool. Yeah. Brentford drew with West Ham. Bournemouth won. So again, sort of things going in our way. No, nobody really broke away yet. We're still grouped together. We are 17th, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still hanging in there. I did look at the top. We played 4 of the top 8, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Because Fulham, but we lost all of them. No, 3 of the top. Yeah, and draw. That's right. We drew with Spurs.
We drew with Spurs.
We drew with Spurs. So we lost 3 and won 1. Down the other end, we played 3 of the bottom, like 5 or something. We drew with Everton and Crystal Palace. See, I told you, Crystal Palace is shit. They lost again. And we should have won that game. So we should have had 2 points against 3 points against Everton and 3 points against Crystal Palace, in my view.
Yep.
But anyway, that's another thing. So I mean, I saw their team that played Southampton and Bournemouth. There's nothing there really that I'm worried about. We're at home. We should win this game. Now, if we don't, and he plays for a fucking draw, I'm going to go apeshit. We need Mavididi and Fadu on the going at these guys, and let's rip it up. If he starts fucking around, I honestly think Cooper has the crowd will turn in the next 2 games really bad. I mean, they're turning now. They're already like in the Warsaw game, they were throwing abuse at him. And that's the hardcore guys going away. They're going to be vocal because we spend all this fucking money to watch this shit. They're going to be the first to go.
Well, that's what's going to happen. So we have this match. We have this match, and we have a break, and then we're away at Southampton. And I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't show something in this match, the home crowd's going to get on him. The away crowd's going to get him in Southampton. If something happens there, and when he comes home for that Forest match, they are going to be up his ass.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to show something, do something. Here's something I want to point out, and I really think is interesting. Talking about how everybody we play gets off to a fast start. Bournemouth scored all their goals in the first half, in the first 39 minutes.
Yeah, because Southampton is shit.
We can't let that happen. We just can't let that happen.
No, Southampton are awful. I mean, they're one of the favorites to go down.
I'm sorry, we're not exactly the cream of the crop either. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, they got Ramsdale and I've got Ramsdale.
Is he still there?
Southampton, yeah. Looking for his 3rd relegation.
Okay,
three different teams if they go down. But I don't know. It's still got a crack. But these are the easier games. We've got to win this. I mean, we should be beating Bournemouth anyway. So and then so we got Bournemouth, and then there's Brentford, Wolves, West Ham, Ipswich, and Everton, Newcastle. So the West Ham are getting drawn in. That's a real surprise. That could be the first manager to go. The West Ham manager.
Really?
They're playing Ipswich. Yeah, they suck. They spend a ton of money, like a ton of money. And I thought they're doing really well. That's some really good players that they're losing, and so Brentford, Wolves. That's a 6-pointer. Everton, Newcastle. That's going to be a Newcastle win, hopefully. But so still wading along there, but we need to break away from the pack somehow with these easy games. So that's what I say.
All right. Well,
as to whether So when do you want Cooper out? What's your thought?
The second international, the break in November. That would be, again, if we're not in double-digit points, he needs to go. That's it right there. We got a 2-week break. He needs to go as soon as the match with Manu is gone, over. Because we actually, I feel optimistic against Man U right now. I mean, if you saw them play the other day, holy crap, they're bad. And I know that Fernandez got the red and he's out and all. He was out that match and they were down a man. But even with Bruno in there, they still don't look good. There's something going on there. So, but that's a match right before the break in November. If we're not 10 plus points at that point, he needs to go because we got to start righting the ship now because December and the first of the year are going to be just freaking dreadful. So,
all right, now you spoiled my thing. You got to do my what now because you're taking all my stuff. No, do the what because you just
hold on.
That's my what.
I know. See, you're giving it away. You got to learn how to do the show. You got to be artistic. You know why? Because we need to talk about what you talked about earlier, which is me being on TV.
Me. Okay.
Yeah, this was me. And
not looking at the camera. You're looking at the camera. You're looking down at the floor.
So I have my camera up here, and I'm looking at them on my screen, which
you're looking at the floor. It looks like
crap. Yeah, I know. So hey, if anybody wants to see the interview, I've cut it down and edited it and chopped it up and put it on our YouTube channel. At Foxes on the Box on YouTube. I've also posted on X and Instagram. You can go watch the full interview. It's only 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So
that's all they give you. That's all they give you. Yeah.
But I had some great insight over there because I'm a professional analyst at this point. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I was supposed to be on there last Friday.
I was gonna burst your balloon. What happened? I got my internet froze. So
No, last Friday. I'm sitting there. I've been on there. I've been in the thing because they put you in a queue, and you get to watch the show while it's on. And I'm watching. I've been in it for almost an hour, and they come back on and say, "Okay, you there?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, everything's great." They're like, "Okay, we're going to commercial," and they didn't tell me I was going on next. And as soon as they went commercial, the whole thing just froze up, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I finally get it back on. And as soon as I get it back on, they're like going, well, Vardy needs to score more goals. Let's go to this guy from Chelsea. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? So luckily the guy one of the producers there, whoever it is, he reached out and on Sunday was like, hey, you want to do Monday? We want someone from Leicester on Monday. I didn't tell this time I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell a soul because I feel like I jinxed myself. And then I was on there and I was like, yay, it worked. So anyway, it was a lot of fun and I hope I get to do it again.
They do have that girl when I did the Spurs one, she's a regular member apparently.
They get a few regulars they're always doing. So I'm hoping I can jump in there and be a regular for Leicester. And by the way, she loved the Dallas Foxes flag. So, she actually so that was a lot.
I thought you told her because you went like this, you went good. I thought thanks for plugging us,
after she did, I was like, good job.
I made that flag.
Because I was sitting there trying to figure out how do I try and plug us without looking like I'm plugging us, right? Because I don't want them to kick us off. I want to keep going on there. Stick the flag back here, stick the flag right there, and then go. There you go, Dallas Foxes. Look us up,
There you go.
So, all right. Are you ready, Charles? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Wow. Yeah.
No. Give it to me.
What? What? Have you got my little poster?
I did. Poster? You want to see it or you want to talk first?
Yeah. No, go on. Post it. Put it up.
Boom.
There we go. My what this week is Manchester United 0, Spurs 3. And for all the educated people, there's an L.S. Lowry.
What is L.S. Lowry?
L.S. Lowry is a famous matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs. There was a dog. So he's a famous artist from the 1900s all these people were matchstick men. See how they are? But he invented that sort of thing. They don't have faces, but you can guess their expression. And he was from Manchester or northwest anyway. And they're really good paintings. They're all basically the same. He has ones and twos, and then he has the big factory. Well, a lot of them is working class. So this is the work, the people going to work or whatever. But this is the Old Trafford after 65 minutes after the 3-0 down, deserting and walking home to their grind.
You're talking about they're leaving the factory. I'm like, no, they're leaving Old Trafford because
that's what it is. They're leaving. That's what it is. This came from a Spurs fan in England, so that's what's circulating. Another one is there's a picture of like 5 Man United players playing, and they all got clown suits on. That was another one. I was going to get that one. So, but actually, this is another VAR contentious game, actually.
Yeah, and guess who? Guess where the contention was? Madison.
Well, no.
Bruno got the red card against Madison.
But he got let off today.
Huh? Oh wait, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It was in.
No,
it was in the
well, no, it was no. This is it. No, it was rescinded today. So why the fuck? Why the fuck was a VAR in slow motion? And I knew it wasn't a red card.
Yep.
Everybody knew. So you've got VAR, and they're going for it. He slipped. You could see he slipped, and he didn't really whack him.
No,
they give him a red card. They are playing with 10 players for like God knows how long, and they lose 3-0. Well, what the fuck is VAR doing again? I mean, okay, you say it's not the Vardy thing because it's a foul. Well, this is a red card, vicious foul, but he slipped, and we all knew it wasn't a red card, and he gets sent off. Fucking VAR again.
Well,
and he officially gets rescinded today. I mean, wouldn't you be pissed off? I mean, I'm not a Man United fan, I'm not a Spurs fan at all, but you're playing with 10 men because of VAR again. This is all we're talking about now, and then next, before Christmas, I reckon somebody's going to get points deduction. It's going to be up for warning with financials, I think, and it's going to be coming in again. They always come in around this time. They're going to get, whoever, Everton again probably. And we're going to be talking about VAR and financial fair play or PSR. So anyway, all right. Well, so that's all right.
No, I just thought it was interesting that it happened to be Madison that he hit. If you really watch it, it looks like he got him with the back of the heel of his foot on the shin versus his studs.
Yeah.
It was Chris Kavanaugh again was the referee, I believe. And he called him. Said no, it was dangerous play. VAR looks like it. I'm like, well, how? I know, and they still looked at it and go, yeah, no, we agree. Yeah. But was the real problem with VAR? Was it that they didn't want to overrule the call on the pitch by Kavanaugh versus them going, hey,
that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do if it's a contentious decision, which is
clear and obvious, right?
It was high, but he slipped. I mean, don't play it on the bloody screen then. They're playing it on the screen and we're watching it and everybody's going, well, that's not a foul.
Right.
And Spurs are all like looking away going, oh, that's a foul,
Yeah.
Anyway, just.
Yeah. So anyway, so you're talking about, hey, he got rescinded today. It doesn't matter. He got rescinded today. What matters because, it does matter because Bruno gets to play. But I mean, what does matter, it was called in the match. It happened and it really affected them. But in the end, and because, that was in the 42nd minute, I'm looking at it. And they ended up scoring their goals in the 47th. I'm sorry, no, Brendan Johnson had one in the 3 minutes, first 3 minutes. Brendan Johnson, which is a cool player. He's a great player, Kolzewski had one in the 47th minute, and Solanke had that little tap in at the 77th minute.
Yeah.
So they scored 2 after the red, but they were 1 up already. And Man United wasn't looking good to begin with. So, I mean, then you go man down.
So you think we should get Den Haag when he gets fired? Go for him.
Okay. If I'm going to pick a former United manager, I'm going after Sir Alex. I'm not going to pick Ten Hag. Are you kidding me? But Sir Alex isn't going to come out of retirement. He's done. He'll never coach again. It's all over. But
Sir Alex is nearly dead. That poor guy.
But I'd take him over Ten Hag. I mean, I'm just saying right now. You're asking. I mean, his mystique carries that. I mean, his mystique is like worth 6-7 points. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sir Alex. So I mean.
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to get. I mean,
I know. We would be easier to get. We get David Moyes before we get, Ferguson. But we could have a whole conversation about the whole transition from Ferguson to Moyes back when he was with United, how he was handed the reins, and after one season and a half, they kicked his ass out. I mean, it just, and then he went to West Ham.
I'm not too sure. I mean, Ferguson's management style wouldn't last today.
No,
he wouldn't be allowed to do it. He wouldn't be allowed to do the hair dryer. And it's like that.
Maybe they should.
Well, I know, but it's just the same on the pitch. You can't touch anybody. They're all prima donnas. The thing about Man United, in my view, it's deep rooted, has been for years. It's been allowed to go on with the Glaciers. And nobody's doing anything about it. There's too much player power there. There's too many prima donnas. There's too many mercenaries. And until you wipe the ball, I mean, I thought with Delit, whatever his name is, be much better, but they were pretty horrible. But they were running man down. But I mean, it gives credence to our draw with Spurs. I know they were all over us for the first half, but we got a draw with Spurs at home, so that's pretty good.
That's what I'm telling you.
Fulham. Fulham are up there. There's like 6th. We got a draw. We should have won that game as well. And they're
Fulham. We lost against Fulham, man, 2-1.
Oh well, we should have won.
We should have won.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm optimistic about. I don't care about because we played Man United on October 30th in Carabao Cup. Don't really give a crap. But on the 8th or 9th of November, we play Man United as our last Premier League match before the international break in November. And I'm telling you right now, I feel very optimistic. I feel like we should be getting a minimum of a point out of that match, the way Man United is playing right now. So
not with Cooper in charge. Not with Cooper in charge.
Well, he's going to be in charge until then. I don't think he's going to gone before then. But
and you see the way he sets up. God, against Man United, even though they're past it, he's going to bloody play for a draw. I know.
Well, I mean, if you look at United's lineup, I mean, I'm looking at the starters right now. They have Rashford, Fernandez, Garnacho, and who is this guy? I don't know who Joshua Zirkzee is. I don't know who that is.
He's the new guy. He's good. I like.
Yeah, they subbed him out with Casemiro. But anyway,
very young.
I look at their back four, and I'm like, hey, we can attack that. I know. We can attack that, but you can't attack it with old man IU. Okay,
I
just can't.
I know.
So.
I mean, I'm Cooper out now, so I'm just unless he's got a hill to climb to persuade me otherwise.
So for your what against Man United? We're gonna what we're gonna do? We're gonna give them a red card just like Chris Kavanagh did. So
there you go. There you go.
All right. So. Next on our list is Craig's Man Crush
of the week.
So what I did is I incorporated what I'm drinking with my Man Crush.
All right. Okay.
So what I'm drinking tonight is what's called Traveler Whiskey. Traveler Whiskey is made by Buffalo Trace in conjunction with my Man Crush of the Week, who is a musical artist who's been around for a very long time. He's got 5 albums out since 2015, Grammys, all these awards. The guy's just a general badass. I mean, he got to do he did a cover of Metallica's "No One Else Matters" on their tribute album. He did a cover. He got asked to do a cover of an Elton John album on his tribute album. Plus, he's performed with a ton of artists. The guy is just badass. I've been listening to him for about a year, and I finally this week I was like, you know what? I got to put him on my Man Crush of the Week, along with my new bottle of Traveler Whiskey. That is Chris Stapleton. So. Man Crush of the Week, Chris Stapleton's first album called Traveler, which is also what the whiskey I'm drinking tonight from Buffalo Trace, which is a combination partnership between Buffalo Trace and Chris Stapleton. And by the way, this stuff is really good. First time I've tried it.
So what music is it? What type?
He's primarily country, but if you listen to him, he'll throw in some rock, he'll throw in some blues.
Oh, okay.
The guy's got some chops, and he writes or co-writes almost all his songs, which is one thing I really appreciate artists. I said, Traveler was his very first album, and it just sold like 3 million copies the first year it was out.
Wow.
He was like album of the year, country music artist of the year, he just was all over the place. He actually has what is called now the Stapleton Roadshow, which is a big stadium touring show that he does like every other year, all around the world. He's actually going to be in the UK, but he's leaving before I get there in December. So
the only thing is he's looking like I will when I retire. That's how I'm going. My hair's nearly his length. I got to grow my beard out, and I look at wear a hat. I do have a cowboy hat like that. But,
I tell you what, if you really want to get a listen, get on YouTube, look him up, and watch his videos. He's been on Saturday Night Live 4 or 5 times. Which means he's playing 2 songs every time. So you'll get about 8 to 10 songs. And it's a great cross section of music of both the country, the rock, and the blues. Check it out. It's really good. He's also pretty cool because he's kind of stayed with the same band since he started. Those guys are still with him, and his wife, who's also a songwriter, is his backup singer. So they perform all the time together. So it's really cool. It's a great story. This guy
sounds like Johnny Cash.
This guy was like valedictorian in his class. He went to Vanderbilt University for an engineering degree and was like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go become a singer. And he left and became a singer. And 20 years later, here he is. So anyway, kudos.
Sounds like Johnny Cash, touring with his wife, sticks with his band all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
Johnny Cash. All right, I'll listen to him. Sounds good.
Yeah, check him out, most definitely. All right. I don't remember if I got everybody's picks in this past week, but I tried to get everybody's. You said 4-1. I had 3-1 recorded. So either way, you're wrong. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, I said 4-1.
And did you say Arsenal or Leicester?
Arsenal.
Okay. I thought so. All right. But I put Leicester. I couldn't remember. So anyway, I'll fix it later. But anyway,
I don't matter. I didn't get any points anyway. So
yeah,
no big deal.
Cooper. Now you got a point for picking the right outcome. You just didn't get all three. So Cooper was close. Cooper had 4-1, so he was very close. So right now, you actually have 7 points. I got 4, and then there's the rest down the list right there for our people.
Okay.
So I didn't get everybody's picks in, but that's the way it goes. So
good. Okay. Cool. There we go.
There we go. That's it. That's the end of our show. We're the Dallas Foxes. Come and check us out at the Londoner in Addison, Texas. We're there every match for our Leicester Foxes. You can reach us here on YouTube, Instagram, and X at Foxes on the Box. Charles.
That's all I got. Thanks very much for listening. If you'd like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and share. It's completely free and will help the channel. Ta-ra!
We're out of here. Go.